What's up guys, it's your boy Simp here, and today is October 17th, so this is the day after I posted the new intro for the new rebranding of the channel. So I decided we're gonna have some fun today, mainly because I should have made this video a long time ago, and high-key, the only reason why I haven't done it is because I was afraid of people's opinions and I didn't want people to hate me. But screw that, I gotta say it. Gleipnir was hot ass. It was hot ass. There's no defending this show. And y'all want to talk about Fire Force being bad? This show was hot ass. And I do mean that. It's like someone, it's like, I don't even, how do you explain this? How do you explain this? It's like eating a girl's ass right after they just took a dump. That's how it felt when watching Gleipnir. Let me explain. I only watched 4 episodes because that's all I could manage before I said, nope, click, turn the junk off. Now, there are anime out there that is like, oh, I can not watch this anime even though everybody says it's good, and even though you really try to get into it, it may just be you. No, this series is ass, it's garbage. I do not like this series, and it's mainly due to the main 2 characters. I just do not understand. And it's been a hot minute since I watched the first 4 episodes, so bear with me if I got some mistakes going on, but I'm pretty sure I got some of this stuff correct. So, in the beginning, you telling me that this guy saved this girl with some random power. That's fine. That's what all anime does, right? They all have random powers in the beginning. Then you gonna tell me after saving your life from this fire, even though this guy should have control of his urges, which he kind of did, but you telling me that after saving your life, you're just gonna blackmail me, possibly get me sent to the government where they're gonna do experimentations on me because they don't know what the hell I am, and then for whatever reason I end up falling in love with you? What nonsense! Where does that come into play? What? Who left the turkey out in the sun for too long? Like, what is going on? I do not understand. How did you get to point A to point B? That's kind of the biggest trigger that says, ha, you think this is some good? Do you think this is how relationships work? Absolutely correct. 10 out of 10. This is 0 out of 3. Well, that makes no sense. And then we have to find out about, I forgot her name, this girl's sister or whoever the hell she had to find out to see where she can kill, who she can kill, and then end up trying to do so, and then end up using that boy, which, before we even get to that, let's backtrack a little bit. She ended up using this boy, Shuichi, I think that's his name. They end up using Shuichi, and then end up just dick kicking him around because she's using his body when he doesn't really want to be used in that way. Even killed the person, and then she would be like, oh, you killed the person, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, daddy, yeah. Pause! Who? Why did you force me into this situation? I didn't ask for that. And that's another big reason. She is such a hoe. She is such a hoe. And yes, I get it. The show put some fan service scenes in to really be like, oh, she's fine. And yeah, she does look good. But she ain't that fine. Number 1. And this is the first anime character I'm like, she is not that fine. Honestly, I put her above Inka. And that's saying something because I hate Inka. The fact that she used that boy to kill one girl and then end up fighting her sister, and then also end up getting that boy killed. You make no sense. I hate that type of, I hate her. I hate her a lot. So, and then I think the last thing I remember, like in episode 4, was that they learned that the power that the kid had was related to some alien type beat nonsense. Same way with that other girl. And then they had to go find tokens or something. Like they're gonna be Ash Ketchum finding Pokemon, and there's like a set number of tokens, which that's probably a lie because high-key they're probably gonna push just like Pokemon is, but except on a grittier level, which is stupid. So yeah, I just can't. Gleipnir was just ass, but it also made no sense. The two main characters, those two are the reasons why I dropped the show. Because the Claire, I remembered her name, that girl, she was just straight up annoying, using Shuichi, and then ends up thinking, oh, everything's gonna work in my favor, not making any sense of her character at all, actually, now I'm thinking about it, because she was like, oh, I guess if I go ahead and just jump off this high platform, that means nothing really mattered. And I wish Shuichi would just let her go, because there was literally nothing to her character. Her character was actually hollow, as in the 4 episodes. Let me tell you how anime should work, or at least this is what I've been seeing. When you have an anime, by 4 episodes, we should be established in pretty much knowing what the goal is with these characters, which the 4 episodes did establish. We should have a pretty good grasp on what the characters are within the 4 episodes. We did not get that. That is the problem. Claire's personality, I just do not understand. Mainly because she's just abusive and used this boy Shuichi. All she does is literally boss him around, blackmail, and then end up just doing what she says. And with the whole going into the suit thing, the hell was that? The hell is that? What was the point of that? Y'all just made that sexual for no reason. That's really all this was. Which, you can do whatever you want, but this was weird. At least with Monster Girl Doctor, it made sense, because when there was fan service moaning in the scenes, at least it made sense with the character and what they are doing. This is confusing. So this looked nasty. Like, would you want to get in the suit like this? This looked nasty. Like, no, I'm good. I'll pass on that. I'll go swing on some trees, thank you. This is not it. Also, anytime Claire just got like naked, or just like, oh my goodness, Claire looks like this, like, it's kind of unnecessary. All the fan service really has been hollow within the 4 episodes, and I'm gonna assume the rest of the episodes as well. Because, and I'll even make a comparison. Fire Force's fan service moments makes much more sense and means more than Gleipnir's does. Let me explain why. Because Gleipnir, it just kind of happens at random moments. Now, fan service obviously happens in random moments in anime. Nothing surprising there. It does that just because it's like a haha moment, or it's just like, that looks really good moment. That's really what fan service is used for, to keep you on track and keep you like there watching the anime. When Gleipnir does it, it feels hollow. Like, there's no reason to put it in. Like, if you were to move the fan service from Gleipnir, nothing would change. Literally nothing would change. But let's look at Fire Force. When Fire Force does it, it does it in a certain way. Because when you watch Fire Force, if you really pay attention, you would know that sometimes when fan service is allowed in a certain episode, you would know that sometimes it's like either a break from the seriousness to be like, hey, here's something funny, get you a little hyped up for the episode. Alright, now let's get back into that story a little bit. Or it happens at the same time where it's like, oh, it's there, but it serves as a plot device. Like recently with Arrow in that one electric girl, I do not know how to pronounce her name, where her clothes got ripped up and she was electrified by that one girl. Makes sense that electricity would do that to clothes, and especially in the anime sense, it makes sense that that would happen. And even in the Tamaki fight with that one guy, it made sense because it wasn't hollow. We know what Tamaki does. That's her character. So when she did save the day due to just having her boobs in the way, it makes sense that it happens because it was a plot device. Fan service literally saved the day. That was a plot device. We already knew Tamaki was this fan servicey girl, and we already knew that whatever she do is going to be lewd. So when it really comes down to it, we already knew that some shape or form this should have come. Fan service moment was going to happen. And when it's used as a plot device the way it did, and I said this before in my Tamaki video before, that it was a ballsy but impressive move that a lot of anime don't do, and I actually like that. So when it comes to Gleipnir, I just didn't like the fan service. I feel like we could do without it. Fire Force, it's fine. I don't mind it at all because it actually serves a decent purpose some of the time. Claire serves no purpose where Tamaki and everybody else does. Saying that you don't watch Fire Force because of Tamaki, or saying that the fan service comes up at random times and that it's irrelevant to the story, ain't an effing excuse no more to watch the story. If you don't watch the story because of that, you were never with the program in the first place. That's really how it is. That's just how it is. Really, in the end of all this, what I really want to lay down is Claire is an asshole. Shuichi is a simp. And this is the worst type of simp story you could ever tell in the anime. This is literally a man being whipped by a woman, which happens a lot these days now. It doesn't even deserve a versus. I'm not even gonna call this a versus. This don't deserve a versus because the anime is crap. And trust me, I know a good anime when even if I'm not into it and I'm trying really hard to get into it. Gleipnir is a crap anime. It is hot ass. And you wanna know how I know? And you wanna know what I mean by trying to get into an anime? Let me tell you a little story. If you know Hitman Reborn, that is a great ass character. It has some great ass characters in it. It is a good show. I watched 27 episodes to see if I can like it or not. For whatever reason, the show does not click with me. I cannot get into it. But I do like what it is. So even though I couldn't get into it, I really did enjoy what it was. I really did enjoy Tsunayoshi Sawada's power because it was cool. It was just cool to me. I really did like the story. I really did think it was interesting, but for whatever reason I just couldn't get into it. That's just my thing. Same thing with Gleipnir. Same thing kind of with Gleipnir, except I know Gleipnir is a bad show. So that is really what I should have said 4 months ago, to be honest. I should have been made this video. I just never did because again I was scared of of how people would react to this. So that was the reason why I can't get into Gleipnir and why I think the show is ass. Someone's gonna make an ass counter and I swear they're gonna be like, how many times does this man say ass in the video? This is probably that much, and it's probably gonna be like 5,000 times. But anyway, that's all I want to discuss with you. How do you think about Gleipnir? Do you think the show is worth all this great nonsense? Do you think the show is deserving of a season 2? Do you think this show is on the same level of Interspecies Reviewers? Because I'm telling you right now, it is not. Interspecies Reviewer is godlike. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also follow me on Twitter and TikTok, and donate to the channel if you would like to. And until then, this has been your boy Jay, sign off. Have a blessed day.